So without a doubt, one of the most requested dive sites, at least boat dives here on the island of St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, is
feel the hurricane force winds with Hugo. All right, let's go down and look at the particulars on Hugo. You can see how it's tracked. It is as strong now as it was when it went through Guadeloupe and St. Croix. And you saw what it did down there, 936 millibars now. It has dropped even further than that.
Islands is
Armageddon.
Absolutely. It is a really cool site. So it's a non-traditional artificial reef out there. It's about 60 to 100 feet deep. What makes it so cool?
Well, it is actually the rubble of the old Frederiksted Pier that was destroyed during Hurricane Hugo.
Absolutely. So there's all kinds of I-beams down there. There's truck chassis. There's all kinds of debris, which really makes it interesting, but it also brings in some super cool wildlife.
Yeah, like sharks, turtles, rays even.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff down there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The resident sharks are awesome. So let's head in the water. We're diving today with St. Croix Ultimate Blue Water Adventures. They have a good outfit. They've got two boats here, one on the west end of St. Croix, one on the north shore. Check them out. We definitely recommend them. Let's go.
Let's go see what's down there.
Yeah. All right. As we enter the water, we can quickly see that the visibility is incredible. The wreckage of the old pier lays 100 feet or 30 meters below us, and we can clearly see it from the surface. About halfway to the bottom, Evan signals that he's spotted a shark in the distance. It's too far to catch it on camera, but we know they're out there, and we keep going. Descending down to the bottom, we also notice a mild current today running from the north to the south. The most common sharks in the waters around St. Croix are Caribbean reef sharks. They're dark gray in color on the top and white below. We often find smaller ones in the area, but they can grow to between 6 and 8 feet, or between 2 and 2.5 meters. The steel girders are piled in a tangled mess down here. Many are bent or twisted at odd angles, but almost all of them contain lots of growth. Looking closely, we can see that each one creates a habitat for small reef fish in and amongst the coral and sponges that have taken hold. On September 17, 1989, Hurricane Hugo stalled over the island of St. Croix. Later, the Daily News would report that it brought with it 200-mile-per-hour winds, and that over 85% of homes and businesses on the island were destroyed, including the Frederiksted Pier. The remains from the old pier are sunk here, just over 2 miles north of the current pier, and can be explored fairly easily on a single tank of air. Today, however, we're diving with Nitrox, a gas mixture that contains an elevated level of oxygen, which allows us to extend our time on the bottom a little longer. And we need the extra time if we're going to make sure we can capture a shark on video today. The rubble pile is roughly circular shaped, and we start our dive drifting across it to the south. Now, weaving around through some of the steel girders, we turn back to the north and explore the deeper section of Armageddon. The name Armageddon is apt for this site. Looking up the word in the dictionary, it's defined as the place where the final battle will be fought between the forces of good and evil, or the last and completely destructive battle. This site certainly looks as if something devastating happened here. And when we think back on the history of the wreckage and the destruction Hurricane Hugo inflicted upon the island, the name Armageddon couldn't be more accurate. Skirting the western edge of the site, we finally get that shark encounter we've been waiting for. It only passes once, but it's obvious that its sleek shape and coloration are perfectly suited for the environment here. Sharks are amazing creatures, and their presence is an indicator of a healthy ecosystem. They help keep the ocean in balance, and protecting this keystone species ensures a healthy ocean, something we can't live without. Moving further to the north, our mission is to now explore the other end of the dive site and find our way back to the mooring where we can ascend to the boat. Here we start to see several other types of debris that have been submerged, including massive tires, twisted wires, and concrete pilings. There's also some truck chassis just around the corner. Fishing line can be a hazard in the area as well, so make sure to bring a dive knife or a line cutter. Taking a moment to pause and look into the little spaces, we find a spotted moray eel hanging out. But turning around, we find another shark has come in behind us. Rounding the northeast corner of the debris field, we turn and head back to the mooring line, which at around 70 feet or 21 meters is the shallowest part of the dive. A barracuda darts past, and we find ourselves having to work against the current to get over to where the mooring line is secured. In this area is where we start to find several truck chassis. In fact, the mooring line is even secured to one. Heading up to do our safety stop provides us with another opportunity to view this incredible dive site from above. Make sure to check out another video at the end, and if you haven't yet subscribed, smash that subscribe button. It means the world to us and ensures you'll never miss a dive. But we will see you guys next time underwater.